Welcome back to another episode of Nature Walks with Doe, number 444. Huge honor. By the way, before we start, Doe, John, sorry, I just wanted to say it's an honor to even be on the show. You know, you've interviewed a lot of other great people, way bigger than I am. I'm like probably your smallest guest, but nonetheless, I have a lot of things that I want to talk about today. But before we start, I want to say huge props to you as you were like literally one of the only talk show hosts that I know that kept their identity a secret. Um, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. And nonetheless, let me check over the questions you got for me. Question number one: why is the attire that I've worn in title reveal the attire that I chose? Okay, so before that, let me add some context. The movie All in All has huge inspiration from The Weeknd. I'm a huge Weeknd fan, and I think the ideas that he talks about on his songs is stuff I went through. Um, I relate to a lot of The Weeknd songs on a personal level. They speak to me, and it helped me out when I was going through a rough period in time listening to his songs. And um, I just I want to like had a little bit like a little reference to it, to The Weeknd, I guess you could say. And that whole attire was inspired from My Dear Melancholy era, where it is arguably one of his saddest, lyrically saddest um, projects. It's not my favorite. My favorite is After Hours. You know, After Hours are pretty fire, but it's definitely not my least favorite. um, and so I decided to put on the trench coat. The jeans were not meant to be blue. I can't say that was a goof up, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like a big deal if it's blue. You can't even tell the jeans are blue. Like you don't see the blueness in them, so that's perfectly fine. Um, and if you look at the music video for "Calling My Name," you'll see, the Weeknd kind of walking around in like the first chunk of that. Pretty much just walking around the entire thing. If I do remember correctly, he is walking for sure. So you could definitely see where I got slight inspiration from. Um, so yeah, that's why I chose that. And next question: why black and white? Okay, and is the film gonna be in black and white? Okay, black and white is supposed to reference this as all the black and white content, including my Instagram, which I'll get to that in a bit. But for now, like the it's project title reveal is like it's black and white because this is post Moth to the Flame era in universe time. In the universe, this is where the main character, whose name will be Felix, I'll get to why his name is Felix in a bit. Um, he's this is in that video. He's already went through it. I'm not gonna say what that it is, but it's not pretty what he unfortunately had to deal with. And obviously when you go through a hard time, you're gonna feel the pain. And yeah, he's going through it. Definitely he's gonna struggle, he's gonna have a terrible time, and I can't wait to show the world. Now again, the reason it's black and white is because, how do I put this without spoiling it? On one of my captions in one of my Instagrams, which is, on my Instagram account, which is the finest pepper on Instagram, it's the caption says, "You were the color in my life." That's all I'm gonna say. And no, the movie will not be in black and white. It will be in full color. It's just for like for I guess teasing sakes, and also I like how it looks. To be honest, I love how it looks. I like the edginess, the um, I don't know. It just looks so stereotypically sad, and I personally like it. I think it looks cool. It makes sometimes it just makes it looked prettier. Next question. Okay. Is Moth To The Flame gonna be a drama? A drama? Yeah, it's gonna be a drama. Um, a lot of people, my team, but I don't want to call them my team because they're like my friends. So I want to. They are my friends and my team, I guess. But we're all like a group, so it's not like my team. It's all of us. All of us. One of my friends said that it's like Euphoria inspired stuff. I've never seen the show Euphoria, so I wouldn't know. But um, it's definitely a drama. There's gonna be a little bit of comedy in it, but it's not like a main focus at all. Like at all. Don't expect like jokes from this. This is like gonna be serious. I'm writing my heart out on this. And yes, it's based on a true story, something that I've personally went through. Not everything in this movie I went through. Not everything. It's more like some bits will be exaggerated. Some bits will be exaggerated. But I overall the plot, yeah, I've went through it. Hence why I listen to a lot of The Weeknd to this day. um, so I just yeah wanted to tell that story, as whenever I listened to The Weeknd at that time, it helped me feel less alone. And we were going through the same thing. Maybe not exactly the same thing, but I related to his songs, and I figured if I could give someone out there something to relate to, they could find comfort, and that's one of the that's I would love to give someone that, and if not that, then I at least want to like someone who likes drama. I want to maybe see if they like this. You know? I really want to impress people with this. I want the acting to be good. Um, we already have a cast building. I will be playing Felix, and the reason is because I'm literally real life Felix. that and we have I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but as how it seems right now, if all goes well, she will be playing a girl in this. Who's the girl's name will be Elizabeth. So if all goes well and things go to plan, keep in mind there are still obstacles we need to cross. So please don't get your hopes up. This is not a for sure thing just yet, but I want to give you guys stuff as I make it. Like I want to at least if this movie doesn't happen, I at least want to give you guys as much info as what it was, so you guys don't leave with anything. And you know, but I really want to make this, and this is something that will happen. Hopefully, hopefully will happen. I'm slowly getting a budget together. Oh yeah, we're going big, and we're not going home. Next question: why is my Instagram so weird? Oh, well, that is one good question. It's weird. Okay, this is where this other aspect of this comes in. Perspective. The idea of perspective to me is very important. It's very beautiful. So, with that being said, perspective, right? You should definitely look at it as not me speaking, the captions wise. Like, let me be more specific. Ignoring all the highlights, ignoring my stories, like on the story feature, ignoring all of that, and simply strictly talking about the black and white posts with me in them. And I guess the first one, like with I announced that I'm working on a project, I guess you can count it, not really though. But look at those as if those are things that Felix is saying. Felix is like saying this, he wants all of this. Those are his wants. That's his head. That's what he's thinking. So you should look at it in that way. It's also like my personal account, so kind of just ignore that part. I post a lot of weird stuff on my story, so just ignore that part. It's just me being weird. Um, so that's why my account is the way it is. It is on purpose. I literally like archived all my other posts, fixed it up a bit. The profile picture is. You'll see why it's that. It's definitely an interesting photo. I'll tell you that much. We'll put it on the screen right now. Yeah, very interesting. um, but yeah, I like the direction everything is building up for. Why does the project title sound this way, the way it does? Okay, I love this question. Here's why. Another reference to The Weeknd. Pretty much that whole video is like a love letter to The Weeknd projects, while hopefully having my spin on it. Well, there's not really much to spin off of it. It's really literally just me walking. But I thought it was funny when I uploaded this. When people were like confused, they were. Some even said it was a waste of time, which yeah, it was. It was not a waste of time, but I get why they would say that. I'm not mad at them, obviously. Yes, I could have just done like a 3 second video with just the title and revealed that as the title, but I don't want. This is not just something. This is not an everyday thing. This is not just something I'm just gonna announce like that. I'm gonna set the tone for how serious the project is. Like, this is not the first time I've tried to make something this sad. I've tried it before, but I privated it because it was not really well made. It was with music. It was not made well at all, and people wouldn't have taken it seriously because I'm at high school. I'm 15-year-old. No one's gonna take it seriously if I just treat it like an everyday thing. So I want it to be different. I want it to be as interesting as possible. So that's why I decided I'm gonna make it like that. I'm gonna add the sound to emphasize what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna add nature as a big part because nature is beautiful, nature is peaceful. Hence why there's bird noises, hence why it's shot in a bunch of nature places, I guess you can say. Hence the nature walks with Doe. This is on purpose. Nature is a big part because not only is nature beautiful, but nature is calming. And something calming is exactly what Felix needs at that point in his life. Anyway, the sound. Good topic. The reason why there's a big boom, that's a terrible impression, but the reason why there's a big dark synth or heavy synth, whatever you want to call it, it's because, again, post Moth to the Flame era, he is confused, he is scared, he is just there. So I figured I want to torture those headphone users. So I'm gonna add like 2 seconds of black and then boom, boom. That's the first time you've seen a motion picture version of Felix, and I want it to hopefully give someone a jump scare because it is not scary how he is as a person at that point in time. The reason why there's nature is because, it's calming. It definitely sounds pretty nice in my opinion. And nature and birds symbolize a lot of beautiful things. Symbolize hope. He will definitely hopes to change for the better. I can tell you that much. Felix wants to change for the better. And it is something that he will struggle with. Yeah, he'll struggle with changing his ways, accepting his life as it is at that point in time. He will struggle through that. And I want people to sympathize for him because you can probably understand his struggle. I'm not going to say the struggle because it'll spoil a pretty good part of the movie, but you'll be able to sympathize with him, and you'll either hate him, you'll either like him, you'll either root for him, you'll either feel bad for him, you'll feel a lot of things. It'll be controversial of a character. Obviously, no opinion is a fact. And I like this though. I want all the characters to have different people hating them, people liking them, people this and that, this and that. I like it. I want to hear all the perspectives and how they feel about the character. You probably know some of these people that act like these characters. I like that. I want that to happen. That would be pretty cool. Um, question. Yeah. So the if back to the project title audio, the reason it's like that is because inspired by Dawn FM. The intro song on Dawn FM is beautiful. The Weeknd vocalizes pretty nicely, and then you can hear the synths. Like if they're called synths, right? I'm not like the biggest music guy. Don't get it twisted, but it's like something like that. You should hear it, and then you hear birds, nature again. I wanted to draw. I wanted to like kind of reference that because that whole album is about change and like letting go of regret, letting go of pain, letting go of grudges and stuff like that. And that definitely is, like as I said, Felix will go through something like that, and I wanted to add reference to that. And he's walking around, and the reason he looks at the school is because that's where most of the stuff will happen. That is one of the places that affected him the most. He's like, yeah, that's where I don't know if that's where most of the movie will take place, but that place has meaning to him because that's where he meets the people he knows, you know. So yeah, that's why that's like that, and I personally don't think it's a waste of time. Not only because it's like less than a minute 30, if I do remember correctly, but it's the first time we see Moth To The Flame content, and I wanted to show people that I am a huge cinema head, and that this is not just an everyday thing. This is special, so that's why I really wanted to make it different. Yeah. What inspired me to make this movie? What inspired me to make this movie? Other than me generally going through it, I just straight up like I was thinking to myself, I love art. And the reason I love art is because over the summer I went to a trip to Fresno State University and I saw art and I love symbolism already. I love the idea of symbolism, allegory and stuff like that. And then at Fresno we went to this art gallery thingamajiggy, and it was beautiful seeing all the art, and I would like stare at the art for a good amount of time, take photos of it, look at it later, and try to see what the message was and stuff like that because it's interesting to me. I love art. I love cinema. I love beauty and like art and cinema. So I'm like, I want to give it a go. I generally want to do this when I'm older. So why not start now? I see kids my age doing concerts, going to make like them. There's one guy I know. I'm pretty sure he like did a live performance before, and I'm like, that's awesome, dude. That is great. I wanna start now as well on something I'm passionate about, and I definitely want to be a director. I definitely want to write screenplays. I want to do it all. Ironic that I'm not in drama club. That's definitely ironic. I will look into it in junior year, but I think it's too late for me to join now. But either way, I'm passionate over this. I want to do this, and I want to tell this story. Oh my god, so hyped! I can see you looking at me, John. Yeah, you can see it. I'm hyped, bro. I want this. Nonetheless, that's what inspired me. And it also, I'm not gonna lie, right now life kind of sucks. It's not a pretty place right now for me personal wise, and it's not pretty. But writing this, working on this, it just always adds a smile to my face, and I like that because who knows, maybe it'll help someone out there. Anyway, with that being said, I think that's enough questions as I ran out. If you guys have any more, you can just write it down in the comments of this video, and I'll just like talk about them on my Instagram or something. At the finest pepper, Paquito Flores. This has been Paquito Flores signing off for episode 444 of Nature Walks with Doe. John, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on. I hope you have a great day. Smile more. You have a good smile, man. Whatever the day comes, you show your face. The world will be blessed. Anyway, this has been an honor. Thank you so much, and goodbye.